Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this latest edition of Tales from Outer Space. And as always, I hope that you enjoy. Just a quick shout out to the T5 peeps: Bob the Dragon, Cat Crab Lobster, Data Magnet, Dark Machine, Bezic, Try Again 95, Fudic Yol, Astrea the Dreamer, Caspar Arnholtz, Cam Maxwell, Athelia, Meridian 117, and Jordan Bucksmorm. Thank you very much. Little Trouble in Big China, written by Q00U. The stealth ship Voider appeared in the far reaches of the heliosphere with no fanfare, as expected. Tun, the navigation specialist, burbled in the liquid of his tank. "Cold warp successful." The mechanical voice of Lumos, the ship's computer, translated Tun's message. Dejux, the expedition specialist for this covert operation, nodded. "So far, so good." Captain Axer expectantly turned his eye stalks towards the risk assessment specialists, Zealots. "We're on the far side of their star, so," Zealots began to report. "We have timed our approach to align with an occultation between Sol and the binary planet, Luna. Hence the need for such an immediate launch." Dejux made a shrugging type motion. "Sorry for the late notice." Axer didn't feel that Dejux was sorry at all. "We will transition from behind Sol to behind Luna as the arc of our approach matches the orbital speed," Zeniths continued. "Once positioned behind Luna, we will be free to launch a cloaked probe to the surface. All of this is simply precautionary, as it is exceedingly unlikely that a civilization at their level of technology would be able to detect Voider in the first place." Axer gestured for Tun to proceed. Once Voider was underway, Dejux explained to Axer, "We wouldn't even be able to survive on the surface, even in exosuits, but some human tissue was acquired in our previous foray. We can have up to 29 Earthling clones grown by the time we arrive." Ovu read off the small display that had carried to the bridge. "We can start on the 30th, but it won't be ready in time, unless you want to wait." Dejux shrugged again. "We just need one single adult human captured alive for this mission. 29 should be plenty. Right, Zeniths? Prepare for maximum amount." Now that the bridge crew had been introduced and the exposition dumped, the mission could begin. "Destination reached. Probe launched with 29 clones," Over reported. "Loomis, please scan the surface for firearms," Dejux asked politely. Firearms, Axer hadn't had the time to learn about the target planet conditions yet. "Firearm, weapon with metal tube from which bullets are propelled by explosive force." "The planet is metal-rich," Zedits further explained, "coupled with the dense nature of its inhabitants, which makes them resistant to most low-power energy weapons. Firearms became their current standard." Axer swayed his eye stalks. "Such a violent species!" The view screen's display of Earth's surface became speckled with mauve dots, the universal color for danger. "There are unexpectedly large area with no firearms at all." Axer's eye stalks raised up in surprise. "Sir, those are the oceans," Zeniths pointed out. "No people means no weaponry." "No people in the oceans, even with the high gravity?" Axe's eye stalks couldn't go up any higher. "That is just poor evolutionary planning," Loomis translated Tun's bubbles. "Loomis, match high population density with low firearm density," Dejux instructed. "Specifically, find a human currently isolated in such an area." "Match found. One human alone on a rooftop. No weaponry detected nearby." "Local language matches planet's dominant language," Ovu said. "The clones will be able to communicate with the target." Dejux gave a satisfied nodding-like gesture. "Launch the probe." Ovu relayed reports from the clone team. "Initial contact made. The clones are explaining our goal. The target appears to be compliant. Perhaps this will be settled without violence." "Clone 1 defeated by a broom." "What?" Axe's eye stalk wiggled in confusion. "Broom, a long-handled brush with bristles used for sweeping." "A weapon?" Zeniths frowned. "Loomis, update the display," Dejux commanded. "Mark all the locations this broom weapon is." More mauve dots appeared. Over communicated with the clone team. "Deploy the glue trap." "Clone 2 defeated by glue trap." Over looked up at Axa and Dejux.
The target used the broom, his shoes, socks, and Clone 2 to get to the edge of the roof. He fell through the awnings to reach the street below.
One of Axa's eye stalks turned to Loomis's display. Awnings? Awning, sheet of material stretched on a frame, used to keep the sun or rain away.
Pursue the target,
Jujux commanded. Clone 3 destroyed by gravity.
Was
that not the normal way to descend to ground level? Jujux expressed confusion. Ovu directed the remaining clones to the stairway and elevators. Axa was nervous. I don't like being this visible. There are other humans nearby. The target is no longer isolated. Market, a gathering of people for the purchase and sale of commodities. Zealots agreed, but
if the target escapes, there will be no way to avoid evidence of our presence.
Clone 4 defeated by Vase.
Vase?
Axa asked. Is that another weapon? Loomis, explain new terms as they use them. Vase, fragile decorative container made of china. Axa was still confused. If it's so fragile, how did it function as a weapon? Wouldn't it just shatter inconsequentially?
Ovu reported. Apparently the target used the vase as a distraction and defeated the clone using only his feet. The vase itself was never broken.
A weapon of distraction, Jujux pondered. Update the display again. Once all possible weapons are marked, we'll know how to be safe. Clone 5 defeated by peppers. Pungent due to capsaicin, peppers used as food.
Food
is also a weapon. Axa gave the equivalent of a sigh.
Target chewed them up and spit them into his fists.
Ovu relayed the reports from the clones on the ground. Mark weapons the target uses, Jujux uses. Is capsaicin dangerous to us?
Not us, Ovu said, but the clones are made from human tissue, so they are vulnerable.
Clone 6 damaged by breaking glass. Hard, brittle, transparent substance used to let light in.
Target has entered the building through the breaking glass.
Even the way they enter structures is violent.
What is the nature of that building? A furniture store.
Furniture, movable equipment, tables, chairs, used to make a space suitable for living or working. Since these furnitures are for living areas, are they, Axa dared to hope. Safe? Clone 7 defeated by chair. Seat for one person. More dots appeared on the display. They live surrounded by weapons. Weapons make their space suitable for living and working. Axa was traumatized. These humans are a nightmare. Clone 8 defeated by Hapkido, a form of unarmed martial art. Even when they're not armed, they're armed. Clone 9 has secured target via wrist manacles. Success, said Jax. Clone 10 defeated by Clone 9. He's even using the clones as weapons against other clones, Axa said.
Target has dragged Clone 9 into the hardware store.
What's in there? Hardware tools, machinery, and other durable equipment. Clone 11 defeated by Plunger, a tool to clear blockages in drains and pipes. Clone 12 defeated by Pipe, a system to convey fluids from one location to another. Clone 13 defeated by Chain, a serial assembly for connected pieces. Clone 14 defeated by Brick, a clay building material used to make walls. Clone 50 defeated by SIP, a structural insulating panel used in the construction industry. More and more dots filled the display.
Over half of the clones have been defeated, said Zenitz. Target has exited the building with the Clone 9. Apparently, he was cutting the manacles off with a saw while fighting the other clones earlier. Now Target has fled the market area and entered the neighboring industrial complex, Ovu said. It's a rope and stepladder factory.
Clone 16 and 17 defeated by rope, a strong cord made of twisting fiber strands together. More dots. Clone 18 and 19 defeated by ladder, a series of steps between two lengths of wood used for climbing. More dots. Clone 20 and 21 defeated by bicycle, a vehicle composed of two wheels held in a frame. Where did that come from? Axa said.
A factory worker used it for transportation to work. Target is now using it to flee.
Clone 22 defeated by door, a hinged barrier at the entrance of a structure.
Target knocked on it as he passed, apparently as a signal to the human inside, who opened the door, which the clone impacted.
Uvu frowned.
Remaining clones are unable to keep pace with the target's speed.
Recall them back to the ship. The mission is a bust. The Jukes. The display
was almost entirely mauve. Probe secured, Uvu.
Now what?
Axa. It is likely that the escaped target will notify the authorities. Our remaining time here is limited, Zeniths.
We have enough time for one more attempt, Jujek said. Finish growing another batch of clones and we'll grab a different target. Clone 23 defeated.
There was a silent pause as they processed the new information.
Defeated by what?
Axa said. Clone 24 defeated by Hapkido.
The target, he's on the ship,
Axa said. Their target had a speed advantage and enough time to return to the rooftop, hiding in the probe and waiting for the remaining clones to return and deliver him to our location.
Clone 25 and 26 defeated by Hapkido.
Wait, this is an opportunity.
The target is currently on the ship, alive, the Juke said. Clone 27 defeated by Hapkido. Loomis, increase oxygen level to safe maximum, the Jukes. Clone 28 defeated by Hapkido. Wasteful, but, why?
Axa said. Wasteful for us, but the human is accustomed to a lower oxygen concentration. The Jukes gave the equivalent of a grin.
He'll suffer from oxygen intoxication.
There was a pause while they waited for, hopefully, a notification that the target had been captured safely.
Clone 29 defeated by Shaolin Drunken Boxing. Crewman Quiltup defeated by Shaolin Drunken Boxing. Crewman Koi Jolt defeated by Shaolin Drunken Boxing. Security Officer Auk defeated.
The ship computer dispassionately announced each fallen member of the expedition. He's making his way to the bridge, Obu said.
Security Officer Yif defeated. Crewman Telner defeated. Sweet veterans kindly claw.
Captain Axon shivered in his seat.
A fight in the hallway leading to the bridge could be heard through the translucent shieldway, but too far away to see yet. Navigation Specialist Tun wailed under the liquid of his tank. Security Specialist Flincio defeated. Lab Technician Nurtles defeated.
What do we do?
Axa despaired. To have loosed this beast aboard the ship. Security Specialist Raisha Ray defeated. Security Specialist Bomb defeated.
Silence.
The beast had reached the bridge shieldway.
Will it hold? Dijux turned to Axa.
Probably.
Axa started.
Bang! Bang! Bang!
The thin shieldway collapsed.
Not.
Axa finished lamely.
The terrifying target entered the bridge. He was carrying a baby.
The 30th clone,
Ovu said. Axa trembled. It was like a vase all over again. The target, he was dangerous. The target holding a baby, catastrophic. But you, he stammered, you said that you were compliant.
No, Jackie Chan said, holding up the baby.
I said I don't want trouble.
End of story.
And that, my friends, concludes this video. I hope that you enjoyed. There are links down below, both to support this channel and for the author of this fiction. Anyways, I hope you all have a fantastic one, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.